Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again, and welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. Now guess what? You guys remember the last episode, right? When I said I had one of those games against Inter Milan? Well, I kinda had another one of those games. So don't worry, I've got your back. You'll be able to see all the highlights from that game against Chelsea. It was in the Premier League a bit later on in this episode. But at first, we were playing in the Capital One Cup 4th round. We got to this stage after beating Huddersfield a bit earlier on in the season. And we had been drawn away from home once again. And it was against Burnley. And just like last season, it was an opportunity for me to put out some of the youngsters in the team. See what they can do, see what they can produce, maybe even try and break out into the first team throughout the season. Especially young James Wilson, who was fantastic last season. He even scored that winning penalty against Chelsea when we were in the semi-finals, was it? The quarter-finals? But anyway, he won the penalties for United with that last spot kick. And so, ever since then, I've played him in these types of games. And I've also played him a couple of times in the Premier League. And he hasn't done too bad. I know he hasn't actually scored in the Premier League whenever I've started him or brought him on as a sub. But he's done alright up front, alongside maybe Wayne Rooney or Robin Van Persie. It's just the stamina side of things, because he's young and he's not experienced. He can't stay on the pitch for that long because he's going to be too tired. So you have to watch maybe just for the first half he can start and then take him off at half time. But in this game I did push him all the way up to the 60th minute to replace him with Wayne Rooney, who came on and created that goal for Manchester United, putting us into the lead. It would be Januzaj following up the rebound. The keeper did manage to parry it, but Januzaj was in the right place at the right time and made it 1-0, and that would be the winner. These past two games in the Capital One Cup, the first one against Huddersfield, this one against Burnley, certainly haven't been anything special. It's been an all-out slugfest, just scrambling for the ball, frustrating at times. But we've still managed to come out on top. So we're through to the next round. And look at that for a headline as well. Mourinho humble in his pre-match interview, saying that Manchester United are a good club with some very tricky players. And there was the league table before the big game in the Premier League was to kick off against United and Chelsea. 5 games played across the whole of the country. United in third, 2 points behind Chelsea. A win here can put us right up there at the top, but that all depended on the result between Arsenal. I wasn't too sure who they were playing, but obviously if they won, they would go top. And there was Robin Van Persie. He would start this game fully fit. He's scored 5 goals so far this season. That averages out a goal a game, so you can't argue with that. And I was hoping to see more from him in this game when it matters the most. And I was going for that 3-5-2 formation. It's put down as the 3-5-2 on FIFA, but I suppose some would argue that it's actually the 3-4-1-2 formation, because you've got Matt sitting in behind Van Persie and Rooney in that central attacking mid-role. Look at that for a chance by Van Persie. I'm sure some of you guys will remember that goal I scored in the Champions League on my FIFA 13 career, which seemed like years ago for some reason, and I was looking to kind of replicate it there. You never know. I mean, Van Persie's got a good left foot on him, but it was Juan Mata, former Chelsea player, that opened up the scoring at Old Trafford for Manchester United. Just under 10 minutes gone of the game, and celebrating in front of the Chelsea fans. It doesn't get any better than that. And what a finish. Finesse shot as well, curling that round Petr Cech. I think maybe he could have done a lot better there. He could have got a hand to it at least. And with that 1-0 lead over Chelsea, I wanted to extend it to 2. And you guys are going to get some flashbacks here, because I did it again. Yes, I did replicate that goal that Van Persie scored against Bayern Munich in the Champions League in my FIFA 13 career. But this time, it was Juan Mata, a new addition since that FIFA 13 career with United that I had about a year or 2 ago now, something like that. And that was indeed his second goal of the game against his former team Chelsea. Can you just imagine if this was real life? The Chelsea fans would be livid with Mourinho's decision to get rid of such a fantastic player. Take a bow. Doesn't get any better than that. Petr Cech caught off guard. He thought he was going to go sailing past, but no. No, it doesn't. And time for a quick flashback. Yes, I had to bring you guys back to FIFA 13. All the memories. Yes, Robin Van Persie scoring against Bayern Munich in that Champions League final. I had to show you guys that because maybe there's some of you that are newly subscribed and haven't had the time to go back to that series where I uploaded that episode of Van Persie scoring that goal. So there you go. That's the goal that I talk about a few times, or have done in the past anyway. And I thought it was similar. What do you guys think about that type of goal? Let me know in the comments below. Valencia, as you just saw as well, it wasn't really working out for him. I mean, a bit of skill here and there, beating his man, took the shot on his left foot. I know it's not his best foot, but I did expect better as the ball went sailing into the East Stand at Old Trafford. Chelsea, they clawed one back. Demba Ba with the header set up by Willian. I was trying to put Willian under so much pressure there with Luke Shaw, just trying to nudge him off the ball, but he was having none of it and still managed to cross the ball in and find Demba Ba. Ramirez in the second half looking for that equaliser for his team. They were seriously pushing for it and they want to try and keep this momentum going. They couldn't afford a loss, especially with a good record of the past 5 games in the league so far. They've been doing pretty well, Chelsea, as they found themselves joint top with Arsenal before this game kicked off. Now Robin Van Persie with the through ball over the top to Rooney, to Valencia, 3-1 to United. Pick that one out. I kept it to myself. Valencia did manage to make up for that mistake that he made in the first half as the ball sailed into the East Stand. But what a finish. Seriously, he can take a bow along with Matt of those two players in this game. All midfielders scoring all 3 goals for Manchester United. What a finish. When that happened, I did hold down the L2 button with the circle, hoping that something like that would happen, and it did. It did. It's very rare something like that happens for me, a goal scored like that. But Valencia I had to then go and have a look at the instant replay, get another camera angle on it, and as the ball bounced, Valencia just great pacing, great strides towards it, took his time as well, even though he's been put under a slight amount of pressure, and made it 3-1, just forcing it into the back of the net. Petr Cech was having a poor game, and it could have got even worse for him after Rooney's shot took a deflection off Gary Cahill. I mean, it could have gone either way. The ball could have sailed into the top corner, but in this case, it went into the Shutford end. We've got corner, but Nani, great volley on target, hit low and hard. Petr Cech trying to make up for those goals that he had conceded, but it just wasn't good enough really. Chelsea still had a lot of work to do in such a short amount of time, and you can just imagine Mourinho on the touchline going apeshit, wanting his players to pull their fingers out and start performing better, but again, time was seriously running out and I was still pressing Chelsea. I wanted to extend this lead and absolutely dominate and annihilate Chelsea. United did have another opportunity to make it 4. Robin Van Persie joined by Rooney. It's Rooney on the volley, hit low and hard, and somehow Petr Cech managing to keep the game at 3-1, and that would be the final score. So we come away with a win against the league leaders before the game against Chelsea at Old Trafford. I'm looking forward to the return fixture where we play them at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be very interesting to see how they'll be playing then. Will they be playing defensive? Will they be going all out for that win? We'll just have to wait and see. Up next, and our final game of this episode, guys, was once again in the Champions League. Remember, we have already beaten Inter Milan, our first game of the group stage. Then United were off to the western outskirts of Copenhagen in Denmark to play against Brøndby in the second group stage game of the Champions League. And they had a perfect chance to make it 1-0. I'm not even going to pronounce his name. Is it Shamanovsky? Something like that. Maybe I've just pronounced it right. Who knows? But he was totally onside. Could have maybe slotted that past De Gea. But he came out to meet them and I was holding down triangle. I was just hoping that he would manage to save it and collect it. And he did. And it kept the game at 0-0. It was Wayne Rooney who made it 1-0 to Manchester United. Just under 20 minutes gone. What a thumper it was. Rooney on his right foot, and he's known for scoring goals like that. Almost burst the corner of the net there as it just swerved away from the goalkeeper. It's fantastic to just watch on the replay. Brøndby, though, in the second half, around about the 80th minute, kept attacking. We're looking for it, and it was Nunez on the the ball deflected off Phil Jones, as you'll see in the replay here, and Nunez first time shot into the back of the net, beating De Gea, putting the game at 1-1. And I did think, you know, how the game was going, it was going to end a draw and he was going to come away from Denmark with just a point. Look at Phil Jones as he comes in with, oh no, it's Valencia, not Phil Jones. Jones was in the area though, but it was it was Valencia that the ball deflected off, and obviously, as you know, they got the equaliser. At this point, there were just 4 minutes to go. United are known for scoring those late winners, especially when it comes to the Champions League. And yes, I was pushing for it because I've kind of set myself a challenge to win every single game in the group stages. And Valencia, who was in the middle of that equaliser that Bromby scored after the ball deflected off him, got the winning goal. That would be it. That would be it sealed for Manchester United. All 3 points added to the group stage, and we would stay top. And what a finish as well. And his right foot, I'm not sure. I don't think it took a deflection off the centre half of Bromby, but it went in anyway, and we did win the game. And that's the main thing. Anyway, guys, that will be the end of this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.